back to Super Sister Signs, a best friends podcast where we talk life, love, and a little bit of astrology. I am your no-nonsense Capricorn co-host, Juanita.
And I am your cozy, compassionate Cancer co-host, Brooke.
And we are so thrilled to be joined by our first guest of the pod. We have actor, model, Scorpio, and aforementioned 20-year-old coworker that Brooke works with. Her name is Sena. Welcome her, everyone.
Yay! Yes, I am her. I'm Sena. That was the most perfect introduction. I can have nothing else to say about that.
Incredible. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
We're excited.
I'm even more excited.
Prove it.
It's so exciting to have someone from the folklore of the pod here because we've been hearing about you.
And I've been watching you guys, so
this is
like a
perfect.
Yeah, it's a crossover episode of just our podcast and real life.
In real life.
Yeah. And we have a lot to dig into, and Brooke has teased a little bit about what you may be talking about today, and I will have a lot of follow-up questions. So, but first, should we just dive into Capricorn and Cancer moment of the week?
That was perfect.
Thanks.
That actually sounds way better like live.
Wow.
Just so you guys know.
Thank you. That's huge. I actually had kind of like several Cancer moment of the weeks this week, but they were all identical. In some shape or form, I was either like looking and thinking about our cats, or like reading a story about a cat, or like watching a video about someone else's cat that had an emotional journey, and like sobbing, like openly sobbing, like during I started thinking about, I think, Beans and like how sweet she is, and just started crying, and Joe was like, that's your Cancer moment of the week, write it down.
Yeah.
It was classic.
Did you
textbook
Did you rewatch that video that you made us watch when you were blackout drunk about this kitten that got stepped on and was
love
disabled
that's what you're
for the rest of its life?
Stop! It's like has like the wheels in the front and like the.
She knows.
It was,
Sena knows.
And Brooke got wasted. We've talked about this on the pod, but I don't know if it's lost in time. And
I think it got lost in time.
Where Brooke is fully drunk and makes us watch what is ultimately, I guess, an uplifting cat video. But like the words are they're a direct quote from the video is like the kitten was stepped on. Like, fully stepped on, full foot.
Oh, my God. Full foot?
That is a paraphrase. Yeah. But it horrified us so much, and Brooke has no memory of traumatizing us and making us watch this video.
You know why? It's because it's probably very normal for her. Like, she's like, I actually do this every day, so why would I remember just one specific moment?
Literally.
Exactly.
I'll talk about my Capricorn moment.
Please do.
My Capricorn moment is that I learned that a friend of mine was a part of a project that they're not very proud of.
Okay.
And every day we'll go online and look at comments that people have left about this project, and went as far as to like see this comment that someone left that was negative about them, and they went and found this person's Instagram and DM'd them about it.
What?
And I was like, I'm alarmed. You need to know that I'm alarmed that you did this. This person left a comment, and then my friend was like, was kind of trying to defend their part.
But they're ashamed
in the project. Yeah, but kind of essentially what they were saying is like, it's not my fault that I was bad.
Oh, they like sought this person out and like defended themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I didn't want to be part of this. Like, I want you to know
or just
that,
like I was set up for failure type of
Oh.
thing. And then
That's
the person
so
was
funny.
like, okay, I'll change my comment.
It worked?
It worked. But
did
I
that make
was
you
like,
feel better?
Yeah, did it work in their heart?
I had to look in my friend's face and say, I'm alarmed by this behavior.
This is almost an intervention type.
It's wild that you're doing this and that, but I'm like, you're dwelling. And as a water sign, you know, you're prone to dwell.
Yeah.
And
I
as
love
a
to dwell.
Capricorn, I am a very, like, move on mindset. And so I had to be, like, tough love, like, get over it.
Yeah.
I'm
Move on.
I'm so sorry. I'm validating your feelings about it. I completely understand. Move on.
It's just not worth your time and energy to be searching through the comments and then
Exactly.
You're not gonna change their minds by just like. Also, it's like
Yeah.
you beat it by just doing something else that's better, and then they look back and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Right.
this everyone has a first project. Everyone has a
or
first."
like
But if that's
something they don't like.
or something that everyone has something they're not proud of.
I was just like, you have to be nicer to yourself about this also.
You just pretend like it doesn't exist.
But yeah, you gotta
Move
move on.
on.
You can't be.
You can't be.
And I was like, you need to be deleting the apps that you're looking. And they're like, that's a good idea.
They're like, I didn't think of
And
that
I
one
could
yet.
see the
Hadn't even
glint
thought of
in
it.
their eye that was like jonesing for their next fix of like comments.
Stop. Okay, but at the same time, I also get it where I'm like, I would want to see what they say, but I don't know if I'd like reach out to them. I'd just be like, I'm so
That
curious.
was the part
That's
that was like, no.
Like everyone would be like, oh, I check my Instagram comments, I
Yeah,
check my
right.
whatever
Sure.
comments
Sure.
every day. I mean, if you get a comment that day,
Okay.
maybe.
Sure, but like
but-
looking for comments on a specific project that you don't like that you participated in,
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No.
math.
They cannot let go of this like regret for having been part of this project. And as my acting teacher Henry Godinez in college used to say, regrets, too late.
Regrets?
Too
Too
late.
late. Is that kind of the theme of Capricorn?
Maybe.
It's one of them.
Regrets, too late. It's over.
It's over.
You
It's
can't
done.
do anything about it. Get over it.
Just move on. Well, you can track down the person who left a comment and change their comment.
It's
But is
Get
it
them
worth
to
it?
the energy that people have with like online people that they will never meet is so unrelatable to me.
Mm-hmm. The parasocial element.
Yeah.
I just like couldn't imagine wasting my time fighting with a stranger on the internet.
Yeah, that you literally will never meet, and you're like, please change your comment. Like,
It wasn't my
Please,
fault. It was
you
your
have
fault.
to understand.
and honestly, I would almost be, and not in a rude way, but just me personally, I'd almost be kind of embarrassed. Like,
Yes.
in a way to be like, I'm going to defend myself right now. And then they're like, okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
it's cringe of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Which is why I had to be like, I have to be honest with you. That's not right.
That's not right.
Mhm.
I'm glad you put them in their little place.
Yeah, I hope they're better.
We wish them the best.
We wish them the best.
Okay, well,
yeah.
so Sena, you're a Scorpio.
Yes, I am.
Brooke, will you give us like a quick little summary of what a Scorpio kind of
Totally.
is stereotypically?
Totally. Scorpios tend to get a bad rap, stereotypically. They are known for being like mysterious, brooding, moody, secretive, obsessive. And some of those traits can certainly be present in a Scorpio's personality. But some of them, I think, can be some other traits, some more positive traits, are like loyal, protective, thoughtful, really creative, willing to do like the dirty work, like the dirty emotional work, kind of. Like Scorpios, if they bond with you, you will never have a bond greater. Like I feel like that is
Ride or die.
Ride or die for sure. But they'll use their little scorpion tail if they have to. They'll get you if they have to.
If they have to.
Scorpio also deals with like the underworld, death, dying, afterlife, like some like kind of the spooky stuff that we don't really like to talk about in American culture.
Yeah.
But the Scorpio energy like tends to like hold a place for that more than the other signs. So that's kind of a rundown of the deal with Scorpio. I love Scorpios. Also,
I
they get a
almost
really
I
feel
also love Scorpios.
yeah, and they're a
feel
water sign.
like I'm almost, I wouldn't say not a Scorpio, but I
You might
almost
not
feel
be.
like the way that people describe me is like almost, and I know that's like the negative side, is not everybody,
Totally.
but I almost don't feel like I'm really like negative or really like moody or like dark. You know what I mean? So like I don't know if like
But I want to caution against leading with that because I have some of my closest friends are Scorpios, and I also, well,
Actually, I could
no,
say
they're
I've
a
been
little secretive and dark.
Okay, I could
But I
say
love
that I've
them.
been feeling a little like I've been obsessed about some things.
Oh,
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Oh,
guess
sure.
that could be my Scorpio thing of the week, but I'm working on it. But yes, sometimes I like agree a little bit with almost the other person, not to the extent of like reaching out to them and like fixing it, but like I'm on camera a lot sometimes, depending on what I do, and it's like really easy to go back and watch yourself, and then to like, so okay, for example, I've been streaming a
Oh.
lot lately
Yeah.
with people, and so then you go back and you watch yourself and you clip different things, but then like recently I've been watching like sometimes like the same video over and over and just like going through and like being like, what's happening? What's
Oh, like in the
Oh.
background, or like with you,
with everything and
Yeah,
everyone. And
okay.
so I'm definitely
like a little spy.
You're being a little spy.
It is kind of giving Scorpio.
And so
Yeah.
I think that's definitely something that like I'm working on, kind of like you were saying, like move on, that happened. Like it's good to be like, oh, we did something, we go back, we clip it, it was funny. But you don't need to sit there and watch it back and watch other people back, and that's giving kind of scary energy.
I'm not scared by it.
Okay,
but
okay, good.
I
But
watch my Instagram stories a lot.
a lot.
Yeah.
No, just
Sometimes
over and
it's
over.
just fun.
It's just
to
like
look at
you're
your
like
work.
watching, like you're like perceiving yourself almost like how other people perceive you,
Yes.
and I like definitely have like a thing about that, like about how that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm also curious. Okay, so I asked you yesterday how much you know about your astrology because I was really
Oh.
interested in doing like your full birth chart, seeing where like your moon placement
And I would
is, your
love to
rent,
see that.
and all that stuff. But I asked you what time you were born, and you revealed to me kind of an amazing story.
Tell us.
I don't
Do
actually.
you want to take it from here?
Yeah. So
Okay, cool.
basically, I was born in Ethiopia. I lived there about 4 years, but the Ethiopian like year is different. So if you like
Their
look it up,
calendar.
their calendar. So if you look it up right now, it's 2025 here. It's 2017 there.
What?
So
Yeah.
when I was
Wait,
getting
what?
yeah, so,
So,
like their
yeah.
year is either, it's kind of like the Jewish calendar, I think. It's like different, like it's not like they have the same amount of like, oh, we have this many days in a month. It's like their years like either longer or like, I mean definitely longer,
Because
obviously.
we use the Gregorian calendar,
Mhm.
but then like the Jewish calendar, it's technically year like 2840 or something. Like it's
well that that
totally
one I guess
different.
doesn't really make sense, but
that one's totally different. But
Yeah,
then
but
Ethiopia
this-
is like just
2017.
a little bit behind.
Exactly. So they were like, they told my family, they're like, she's 2 years old. They were like, there's no way she's 2 years old. Like she can, like
You're
there's
adopted.
yeah,
or
my
your parents
adopt.
who
Yeah,
came to when they came to adopt you,
exactly.
yeah.
So when they came to adopt me, they could see that I was like throwing a football, jump rope, like talking normally, like, and they
Not
were like,
two.
so she's not 2 years old, you know, like, and if you match it up here, it makes more sense because
Yeah.
their calendar is like further away. So either way, they just didn't know like what day I was born. They didn't know the
Or
time. They
time.
didn't know like
Nothing.
anything about it.
Even the Ethiopian version of
Yeah.
your birth time?
Because what they were going to do originally is if they knew what it was, they would just be like, okay, November 10th there, November 10th here, and kind of just
Yeah.
match it. But they don't know anything about it. Like, they just don't know. And so then they were like, kind of just gave me a birthday.
Your adoptive parents
Yeah.
gave you a birthday?
And you-
Did you
Yeah.
have input on it?
Well, I was 4.
Mm.
Oh, sure.
So I was kind of just like, what's a birthday? You know?
Yeah.
And they were
Right.
like, we'll give it to you. I
Oh,
honestly love my birthday. I like not, like November 10th feels like perfect for me.
It's solid.
I don't know if it's like perfect for Scorpio or whatever, but like for some reason I feel like it matches me. So I'm not like too mad about it.
So this
Great.
is so interesting because you were just talking about how you don't feel like a Scorpio.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I'm just
you could
wondering,
be
I could be
anything.
anything, and I wish I
Isn't
knew.
that exciting?
I wish there was a way to test it online where you
Well,
just only put in the
Yeah.
input.
You would
And
have to find like I was low key like
I could dig into it.
You
I could
should-
ask my mom and be like,
should
really like, see if you can
wait,
reach
I
out.
have a question though. So when you listen to traits about other signs, and I don't know a ton about astrology in general,
No, but I do. I've
have
read up
you-
on them.
have you heard like a description that like is for a different sign that you're like, that's actually more
Yeah,
me?
like sometimes.
Yeah.
But the thing though is that like there's always a little bit of each one that makes sense. So like
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't really feel like a Scorpio, but I'm like, but I do seem really obsessive, and I really agree on the whole like loyalty and like if my friend is like, like protecting other
Yeah.
people. So there's like a bunch of things about the Scorpio where I'm like, I actually do feel like it. But then like there's also other ones where I'm like, I also feel like that one too. Like could be.
maybe
But
the
also
like
some of those traits are like shared among signs.
exactly.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's like, but there are a few where I'm like, that's definitely not me.
Yeah.
That's what kind of makes
Which
it
ones
easier.
are like, I'm definitely not this?
kind of like the. Okay, so can you explain to me? You're Capricorn, right? Can you explain that one to me a little bit?
Capricorn's like very practical, money-minded, ambitious, also very loyal, creative. Yeah, like work hard, play hard.
Okay, and then yours is
Cancer. Very like maternal, gentle, emotional, can be also like protective, loyal, can be moody, but like
We'll have like, you know, hard exterior, squishy inside.
yes,
Sometimes.
loves the home, loves like sometimes like hosting, but like if it's in your space.
See, that's the thing
Loves
too.
making
Is
your
sometimes
space.
I'm more of like, and maybe it just has to do with age, honestly.
Mhm.
But I'm more of like, anytime I talk to someone, they're like, when I was 20, I was always going out and doing this and doing this. So like, I don't know if that really has to do with traits or not. But I'm like,
It could.
so I'm like,
It could.
I'm like not really like an at home. Like if I'm at home, I'm like, what am I about to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about like
You're
like,
not
I
a
love
Cancer.
being
You're
around
not a
people.
Taurus.
Like I love being around people and I love being
Okay,
social.
I'm getting
Not
a
an
lot of
earth sign.
I'm getting so much Leo from her. I really think you could be a Leo sun Scorpio
We're in
moon.
Leo season right now.
Ooh, like
Do you feel powerful this month?
I feel very powerful this month. I actually have
Yeah.
exciting news, and that's what I was going to tell you about too.
What?
So,
Should
but
we-
like, okay,
Should we? We
Well,
can't.
let's finish the thought.
Okay,
because
yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a whole like screaming, crying, throwing out.
Yeah, or even you can.
I've watched the show, so I'm like, there's a part in that.
I
You
watched
know,
the show.
you can scream about your news.
Okay, exactly. But either way, so like, I do feel very powerful, and I don't know. So there are a few things where I'm like, I could be like a Leo too, or like, what's the negative parts of a Leo?
I guess like if a Leo goes too far, maybe like vanity. I feel like that's even more so in Taurus though. It's like maybe like selfishness. Like it can be like too much. Look at me. Everything is about me.
Okay.
But I don't know. Most of the time, the Leos I know are just like fun people who like to usually like are performers. Usually are good at performing.
Comfortable in the spotlight.
Yeah. Like I'm learning to do that too, and being like comfortable to perform and like stuff like that.
And they like to go out, be social.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I would also like to say, like, when talking about, like, quote-unquote negative traits of a sign, I feel that, like, there's not even necessarily negative things about any given sign,
You're so
just
right.
maybe less compatible things for you. So, like, I'll hear about traits of, like, an Aries, for example, and I'll be like, not for me. But then that will really attract a different type of person.
That's true.
I told a coworker a few months ago, my big three, like Capricorn, Virgo, it sent a shiver down her spine. Like she was like visibly like shaken. and
so
so
funny.
and I think that a lot of the things that I like about myself and resonate with other people are going to be turn-offs to other people. You know, like
That's
I
true.
can
Everyone
be
has their
bossy and
own.
controlling, but like a lot of people appreciate like my directness and efficiency. So
Yeah.
it just depends
and then
on who
they
you
probably
are.
couldn't be as like confident and be bossy or
Right.
be more
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Astrology is amazing. It's
No,
whatever
I
you
love.
want
I
it to
just
be.
wish like I look it up, but it's like easier to have someone like in person telling you a little
Totally.
bit more.
Yeah, of course.
I
Also
could
'cause-
totally see Leo for you.
Me too.
Okay, I could be. Why don't I say I'm both? I'm half Leo, half Scorpio.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about the birth chart is that like no one is just one thing, which I think is a really common misconception about astrology. Men love to use this as an excuse for why it's not real because like the horoscopes in the newspaper are capitalist. Me. That is true, but also astrology is an ancient practice. Yeah, that's been going on for thousands of years, and like there are many different like sects of astrology, but something that everyone takes into account is that it's not just what the sun is up to or like what constellation the sun is in, it's what all of the planets were doing when you were born. So your birth chart is like a picture of the sky. It's like a map of like you go right the second you were born, and it tells you like where the moon was, where Venus was, where Mars was.
That's so interesting.
It's really cool. And like the outer planets, they move very, very slowly. So like Pluto is like a generational planet. It's the farthest out there. So because it moves so slowly in orbit, it takes like 20-30 years to move from one sign into the next. Whereas the sun takes a month. It's going, or about a month, like 28 days. It's going around pretty fast. And your rising sign, which is like one of your big three, is I believe like where the horizon is when you were born. So that is the one that's like really dependent on the time because it changes like every hour.
And that's the thing that you don't have about me is any details.
We don't have any details.
We literally have nothing.
We have no
being honest
snapshot
with you,
of the I have no details. I think I told her this. I don't even have any photos of me from like the ages of like 5 and younger, like that exist.
Because her parents' camera was stolen in Ethiopia when they went to adopt her. So she
like
nothing.
I have no like birth pictures, and then when they went to adopt me, they took pictures there of like my parents had a camera and everything, and then they got stolen. So the only pictures I have of me are like, unless they were like paper pictures that they got from, like I have like maybe 3 or 4, and then it's like once I was in the U.S. Then you have pictures of me that are like on Facebook, like on my mom's. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow, that is so.
So there's a lot of unknown.
You told me a crazy update yesterday, and I'm wondering if you're
willing
to share
okay, so
with Juanita and the pod.
Yes, so something crazy. So I get an Instagram DM, a long Instagram DM from someone, and it starts off with like, "Hi, it's like an ancestry thing. It's like, "Hi, my name's this. My grandfather is this, blah blah blah," and then it starts going to like, "Who's your grandfather? Who's your mother? Whatever." And then she's like, your like mother, like biological mother has been looking for you or something. Like there's like a lot of things that happen with adoptions where it's like you're in an area where it's a completely different language. Yeah. So like adoption means different things, or like they think that they're like, oh, my kid's gonna go there, get help, and then come back, or
to the orphanage.
Like it's like that, you know, there's like a bunch of different things, and it has nothing to do with the adopted family. Like they're just going out there to do, you know, what they're doing. But it's like what is happening in the organization gets very confused. So either way, she's like, I have proof that this is real. And I was like, how do you have proof? And she sends me pictures of me when I was younger. I showed them to my mom, like my adopted mom, and she goes, I've never seen those pictures before.
And they're of Sena.
But
and I can show you. And you can like, and my mom was like,
they're crazy.
That's you. Like she's like, I can tell that's you.
She's in
based off of like
Ethiopian outfit.
Yeah, let me.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna find it right now because
so
it was so crazy. And like I was listening to this at work, and I'm like, what? And she's like, then she told me she's like, you have family here in the U.S. that you didn't know about.
Oh my god.
So she started texting me. So like she pulls out
so many
this
photos.
Is the first picture.
God.
Let me turn my brightness up. So this is the first picture. Can you tell that's me?
Wait. Can I
you
hold it?
You can hold it, yeah.
Is that you, baby?
Yeah.
And then there's one more picture if you swipe.
Wait. Are you kidding?
Like, and you can like tell that's me.
It's so like same face.
Same face.
And I showed my mom, and she goes, I've never seen those pictures before.
Are these your biological parents?
Yeah.
And you had never seen them before?
Well, I mean, I saw them when I was younger, like.
But like a picture, like. But could you remember their faces from your memory? I think
we have a DVD, like a video. The rest are like pictures on my mom's Facebook, like my adopted mom's Facebook.
And are these your adopted parents?
Yeah. Actually, let me look at that picture. Let me see. Yes. I wasn't sure which picture. Ooh, that was a horrible picture of me. Anyways.
I'm 4 ago.
I'll go at 4.
But, because technically when you're adopted, eventually once you hit like 18, so like the adoption process is like, once you're in America, they have to make sure you're okay, that you didn't just get like kidnapped or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they have you know, it's a good thing.
Yeah, truly.
So then they have you constantly send updated pictures, updated whatever through the agency, and then I guess I don't really know if it's through the agency to figure out if they get the pictures to your biological, like, you know what I mean? But they basically have to check up on you. Once you hit 18, that stops. Yeah. So then part of her message was, she was like, we stopped getting pictures of you and everything when you were 18, and they don't know why.
Oh.
Because they don't understand how the adoption process works.
Like,
so they were like, so it was just like a very, like, I was like, that's crazy. So eventually I think we're going to do like a phone call with my adopted mom, and then a phone call with her, and maybe like, I don't think my biological mom, and then my, I have 4 or 5 uncles that are adopted from like the same area, and they were like, we might plan a trip to go to Ethiopia.
Wait,
and they were like, if you want to go, but I have to learn a little bit of the language, because so I used to speak Amharic. That's not a language that you could learn anywhere. Like you have to, even on YouTube, it's like you can learn a few words and things. It's not like you can really like. It's really easy to
you can't like Duolingo.
Like all my uncles were like older when they were adopted, so they kept the language within each other. Yeah. So they all can speak it, and like I'm sure if I went to literally Ethiopia here, I could find, but it's like still different areas in Ethiopia that speak different things.
What part of Ethiopia?
Assosa is where I was born.
Okay.
And then so I have 4 brothers, and one sister, and they were all adopted too. So my sister's from Guatemala, my
Oh, I
other
see.
brother's from
I see.
Addis Ababa, which is also near me, and my other brothers adopted from the same area as me too.
Whoa.
Wow.
My grandma and my mom are both like 10 right now. Boom.
Boom, let's
My
go.
grandma adopted 5, and then my mom adopted 4.
At the same time?
I think
Or-
my mom did it, and then my grandma was like, I want to do it too, and then she
Oh
like.
my god.
But the reason it wasn't like they planned on getting like a whole like
Yeah.
10. It was like they started with 1 or 2, and then they were like, oh, but they're siblings, we can't like have them. And then they were
That's
like,
so sweet.
and they actually I think weren't gonna adopt me because they were gonna adopt 2 boys, and then they were like. They were like, hey, we have this little girl here, and then they showed them a picture, and they were like, we have to meet her, and then they met me, and then they were like, we're gonna adopt her too, but that wasn't part of the plan.
Irresistible.
Crazy story.
Truly
Since
irresistible.
the age of like 4, I was like,
That's some Leo shit.
You were
not-
just like radiating.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, either way, that's actually not what you asked me, but there's like my whole life story.
No,
That actually
is-
is. That's exactly what I asked you.
No, and it's so much context, and it's
I wanted
so
it.
fascinating.
It's so much more interesting than what your birth chart is, I have to say.
No, it is, and it makes so much sense as to why you don't know and why Scorpio probably doesn't resonate with you,
Yeah.
because you're definitely not a Scorpio.
Yeah, you're just not.
I think I'm just happy, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're just
Wow.
a human being.
Well, I wonder if Ethiopia has any sort of
Oh.
different zodiac like stuff, like the way that China does, or like the Mayan
Yeah.
calendar.
You're right. I'm gonna look into
my
that.
God.
I've actually been thinking about like spending more time in Little Ethiopia and like
Yeah.
actually because people
Cool.
come up to me at work every single day and like just random and they're like, "Are you from Ethiopia?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You literally have the most Ethiopian face." Like, but like I've never seen another Ethiopian person before, so I couldn't tell you. I lived in Wisconsin my whole life.
Right.
I just moved to California in January, so
Kind
I
of
like
a culture shock from
yeah.
Wisconsin.
Have you been to Little Ethiopia yet?
No, but I've been to an Ethiopian restaurant here. They don't really have Ethiopian restaurants like anywhere else, like in Wisconsin or anything.
Oh,
Sure.
no, yeah.
Yeah, but no, yeah. So I haven't been there yet. Once I get a car.
Sena's
I'll
working
be
on
there.
getting a car. If anyone wants to buy Sena a car,
If
Hit
anyone
us up.
knows any, anyone with money who just love to buy people things,
maybe like a sugar daddy who will just give Sena a car and not make her do anything else.
I'll just talk to you for fun.
Yeah, that's what we
No,
want.
I feel like your homework is look into see if there's like an Ethiopian zodiac.
And I'm gonna see what matches me most. And
Yes.
Yeah.
and I'll come back to you guys. And let
I
you
want
know.
the update.
I would love for you to be a friend of the pod.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
please.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so
We'll have you
excited
back.
about this. This is
We'll have you
perfect.
Okay, I can't wait for updates. And then, when is this phone call gonna be?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Well, like it
it's
was.
brewing.
I've just been a lot just been happening. My mom just came up and visited me, and like that actually would have been perfect timing.
Oh yeah, huh? You had too much going on.
I didn't think about that. That actually would have been probably the most perfect timing.
because you were in the same
But
room.
she's gone. Yeah, we were in the same room, actually, same time and everything. Well, now I'm
Regrets, too late.
regrets
Right?
too late.
Too late.
We move on. But I'm not sure yet. Just sometime soon. It's really hard for me sometimes to like. I just get busy and then I'm like,
Yeah.
move on. But I'm going to do
Sounds
it.
Capricorn, honestly.
Ooh, forget, move
Forget,
on.
move on.
But
we love it.
so I think once I start looking up Little Ethiopia, it'll make me really like in the whole like mood for it.
Yeah.
Not mood, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, once you're like, okay, culture, let's
yeah,
go.
exactly.
What is
And
it?
like I want to
then-
be like people ask me here all the time like where are you from? And I keep saying like, "Oh, Wisconsin." And I'm like, "Well, that's actually not where I'm
Yeah.
from. Like that's just where I grew up." So I'm like, "Oh no, I'm from Ethiopia, but I grew up in Wisconsin."
Mhm.
You know, and then they're like, "Oh, like we thought you were born in Wisconsin." I was like, "No." So now I'm like,
Yeah.
"Ew."
I thought you were born in Wisconsin until
you.
like
Ew,
2
I
days
can-
ago.
That's what I'm saying, and that's
That's-
such a
that's
tragedy.
crazy.
That's so horrible to me.
No,
And,
no
like,
one should be thinking
All
that.
love to everyone in
okay,
Wisconsin,
okay.
but I know you want out. So
I'm
that's why y'all come and visit me.
We all survived the Midwest.
Yes.
And now we live in LA.
Exactly.
I do feel like the more you get, like, the more you get into your culture, you'll just feel something in your body
Yes.
Yeah.
that just like literally resonates.
It'll be like
inside of
this
you.
makes sense. Like this
Yeah.
actually like yeah. Especially when you grow up in a completely different culture and different area. And
Mhm.
honestly, there's like it almost feels like even just Wisconsin's such a different culture than here.
Totally.
But like for me,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like across the world. Like honestly, when I got adopted, I had no clue what's happening. Like I
oh my god,
was
how
like,
scary.
like
Yeah.
I mean, you're like little, but like I was in the car crying because I didn't know what a road trip was. I thought we were
bet.
living in the car. So like I was like, I got adopted and now I'm living in the back seat of this car. Like I'm like
Oh,
crying until we showed up
God.
at the door. You know what I mean? Like I'm just confused.
and no one can be like, this is just
That is
temporary.
so scary.
So like I was just so then it was like a whole different shock being in Wisconsin and then coming here and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I was like, I grew up in such a white area.
Yeah.
Yes, it's crazy. Crazy.
So you had, like, siblings who were not white because they were
Yes,
adopted from
we
all
were
over.
probably the only non-white people in the area that we lived, honestly.
How did your white parents deal with that? I'm curious.
They actually would get stopped all the time. Like, people would ask them, like, so, like, because we have so many kids, there's 6. 2 are biological with my adopted parents, and then the rest of us are adopted. So we'd go out, and we'd always do things like auditions, or we would just, like, be out in the mall. And someone would stop us and be like, hey, do you know these? Like, they'd come up to us and be like, do you know these people? Or they do the opposite, and they're like, yes, like, and they're like, there are, like, so many different races here right now. Like, they're like, my sister's Guatemalan, there's Ethiopian, there's, you know, like, Wisconsin.
Yeah. Wisconsin white.
Like, so then people would literally just come up to us all the time and be like, my mom would be like, I have to explain myself, like, they're adopted.
Wow.
Is wild.
Even people like my ex, the first time my mom met him, she just kind of hopped in his car and didn't say anything, and he was like, who is this random white lady? And then she was like, I'm Sena's mom, and he was like, your mom's white? Like, it was like, you know what I mean? So like, they kind of just, they like dealt with it in the most like opposite way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I was curious if they like tried to expose, like, if they were like, the child who's from Guatemala, we're gonna like bring over some Guatemalan cultures, or if they were just like, we're a family, this is what we do.
I think it was more of like, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Let's get us all to the same page first.
Yeah.
And then like they're like, we have to make sure you guys go to school. We have to make sure you guys whatever. So they're like, we have to get you guys to learn English first, so that you can actually learn to function around here. Yeah. So it was like a big focus on getting us to like be able to live in Wisconsin first, and then like they would keep things as you only have so many things that you can keep from like where you're at, like if you lose things, if you whatever. So like they would keep things from like Ethiopia, like dresses and things like that. But it's really hard for them just because they don't really understand the culture.
Of course.
And also like you literally just don't understand because it's a whole different language that no one knows about really.
That's so wild.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even my uncle who is Mark is trying to teach his kid, and he's like, it's so hard for me. Like he's like, he doesn't understand like anything that I'm saying, and it's like hard for me to even keep the language when you're the only one with the language kind of.
Totally.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like they tried their best.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh my god. I can't imagine having 6 children. Period.
And then on top of it, having 4 different
culture, like and being like, okay, and you get this, and you get this.
Yeah, and then they're like trying to understand. Like my mom was like, she like didn't understand what I was saying because I'm speaking a different language, and she's like, like what are you saying? What do you want? And I'm like, I'm hungry, but I can't say I'm hungry and whatever. So she's like, you get this, you know what I mean? She's like trying to. It's like hard, and it was hard, like culture shock, like. Ethiopia, like dogs are literally the most scary things like ever. They have like all of us were terrified when we moved to Wisconsin, and like our family had dogs and our neighbors had dogs, and like it was like I would cry and be like, I don't even want them near me, because in Ethiopia
they live on the street.
They just like, they're crazy. They just go out, they live on the streets, but they're like, I don't know, they just go out and they bite people and they go crazy. They're like wild dogs.
Dang.
And so like they have such a bad rep. So then when we came here and we're like, you have them as pets?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And we had like a big black lab, and like you know, like, and then my neighbor had a German Shepherd. So it was like
just
this
terrifying looking
scary dogs when you get it. Yeah, it was just like a crazy culture shock, honestly.
That's wild. Mm-hmm. And you remember all of that?
I remember Ethiopia.
Wow, what is the language again called?
Amharic. I think it's like, it almost is spelled like Amharic, like it's either AMAH or AH. Honestly, I don't even know how to spell English words.
It's okay.
Let's be honest.
I'm sure there's gotta be. In Los Angeles, there's got to be someone who teaches the language.
And that's what I'm thinking. There has to be. And I would love to take just lessons and just be able to.
Yeah.
Just because I'm like, I'd love to go there. And also, then it's like, I can still speak like that with my uncles. And, you know, and if I go to Little Ethiopia. You know what I mean?
And if you go to Big Ethiopia.
If I go to Big Ethiopia. Exactly.
That's so fun.
You should have your parents pay for your lessons.
I will definitely pay for my lessons. That's not a thing that happens. But we pay for ourselves for everything. But that's good independent things.
Listen, that's good. That's independent. We love it.
There's a lot of lore, family lore, but
okay.
I am very independent, so that's what I have to say.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you did clue me into a little bit of lore the other day that, well, I'll just have to talk about it in another episode. But
you're right.
The reality TV thing is crazy.
Oh yeah, our family almost had a reality TV show.
What?
In LA. our family when
In
we were,
LA?
We have to come back to it.
Yeah, we can come back to it a different time, I guess.
That's your teaser.
That's a
Are
teaser.
you kidding? Like TLC style?
Like MTV full on, like they were like, we're gonna call it like the Knutsons or something, or like
There's
they're like
gonna be a docu-series.
they're like, we'll fly you out to California. They flew my mom out twice to like
Because
sign a contract.
all the
about
children were actors and models.
it. When I was 12, our whole family did it.
They were just picking the most beautiful babies all around the world.
And she was like, I'm a momager, and she was like, let me have my own talent agency, basically. But it was because it was basically because we wanted to do it. She saw us when we were younger making iMovies and acting, and she was like, do you guys want to get into it? And then we were like, yeah.
It was
and
from Sweetness.
Yeah, not like I
from...
picked you guys for this.
Yeah, okay.
That would have been crazy.
That would have been crazy and scary.
Yeah, that
would
we clarified. Yeah.
Perfect clarification.
And you were 12 and you were the youngest at the time, so everyone was like
I explained to her,
a full
actually,
teen.
my age goes in order. So when I hit,
this is crazy too.
So like when it hit my birthday, so this past year once I turned 21, it was 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
All the children.
So like yeah, so then
and
it's like
Sena has the first birthday, the second youngest has the second birthday.
It goes
the
in
third
order
youngest.
of like of how young we are and the age. It goes exactly in order.
In the year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Because not everyone chose their birthdays. Some of those children
Some of them
were born
had
in
their
Wisconsin.
own, but I think maybe two of my brothers also got a given birthday too.
Oh.
It's actually not uncommon for, because it's I mean like a lot of people don't really know.
Kids,
for adopted kids to like make a
Sure.
birthday, or maybe they know which month it is, they just don't know the day, or maybe something like that. You know.
Wow, that was so amazing for your Scorpio. It's time for
Juanita, what are you screaming about or crying or throwing up about this week?
yesterday I had an audition.
Okay.
Nothing special about that, but I did leave too late. So I was kind of taking my time getting ready, and I was doing the commute math wrong.
Oh.
I just had a different time in my head. And so when I looked at the clock, I said, oh shit, I need to be in the car right now. But my roommate's back from dog sitting, so I didn't have access to her parking spot anymore. I was parked around the corner, like in a different block.
My
Just
God.
too much is like.
And I wasn't, I had to throw on jeans. It's like 90 degrees yesterday or something, 80s. Throw on jeans, had to put on like a long sleeve blouse to be this like office worker. And like my shoelaces are like untied. I'm like power walking around the corner, and I could have sworn that I remembered exactly where my car was. And I always look for my car by pressing the lock button on my thing and listening for the honk. Could not hear the honk.
Of course, this is the time that it happens.
So, of course. I'm like, where's my car? So like I round the corner where it should be, I'm not hearing the honk, so I just keep walking all the way down. I'm like, why don't I hear? I keep walking all the way down the block. I'm like, where the fuck is my car? And then I'm like, I guess it was where I thought it was, but how did I miss it? So I'm like wasting like 5 minutes going all the way back
that your brain's
up.
not even like working.
Yeah. And it's so hot, dripping sweat.
Oh my goodness, because you're wearing a long sleeve, you're wearing jeans.
And I'm a sweater also.
Sweats. Yeah.
I'm a sweaty person, and I'm wearing the jeans and the blouse and the power walking in the sun.
I saw the photo that you posted on Instagram.
So then I finally go up, and my key wasn't working. So I fully just passed my car right away and unnecessarily walked all the way down the block and had to go walk all the way back up. I'm like 10 minutes late for my audition. I get in the car, I look in the rearview mirror, my jaw falls to the ground. I'm like, I could not believe what I was seeing. I need to show you a picture of what my face looked like.
Can you try to describe it for the viewers or the listeners?
I'm going to show Sena first. I'm going to have Sena describe it.
Oh boy, okay.
And zoom in if
Feel
you need
free to zoom in for detail.
Honestly. So here's the thing. You look very beautiful. It just almost seems like a sprinkler went off. Like right in front of your car. And like the window was down. Or like you just went through a car like cleaner drive through with the windows down. But like everything is still in place though.
Well,
Like,
Do you see the eyes?
you see the eyeliner?
I'm actually crying right now.
Me too.
Well, it looks like that I'm crying. My eye makeup is everywhere, and it's just mascara, but it's all over
Oh,
my.
that's mascara.
It's just
mascara.
It's just mascara.
It's like you have like a second eyebrow from the mascara crease.
It's all down on my lower eyelid. It's all. I just put on mascara, and it looks like I have like a full smoky eye.
I thought you had eyeshadow.
I thought you had at least eyeliner.
The beads of sweat are.
Did you just dab it? Like, I would just be like,
There,
then you-
yeah.
what did you do?
So then, yeah, I dabbed it because I knew I was sweating. I could feel the sweat.
and
Just
you don't want to
dripping.
rub it.
And I didn't
off.
want to rub it without looking at it. But when I saw it, I was like, oh my god. So I had to just like kind of like scoop the eyes and just like pat the face.
Or like you almost get just a piece of clothing or something just to take some of it off.
It was ultimately fine, but it was kind of like I wish I had like a Q-tip or something
Oh,
to just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
scoop it up because it
Mhm.
was a little like smudgy when I got to my audition 10 minutes late,
My
which was
God.
ultimately fine, but it was just so much unnecessary stress and
I felt like my heart was racing through the whole story.
Me too.
I was stressed for you.
The release that looking at that photo gave me, like the laughter and crying release, was really something else.
I had to take a picture instantly and then speed away because it was too funny not to document.
Yeah.
Funny. Oh.
So
wow.
I'm screaming about it, but it does look like I'm crying.
Or maybe even threw up.
Brooke?
I'm screaming
Ooh.
with anger. I'm crying with disappointment.
Oh.
And I'm throwing up with allergies because Trader Joe's, a sponsor of this podcast that doesn't pay us, decided to change their recipe for their frozen pepperoni pizza. That's right.
No.
I used to be able to eat a pepperoni pizza even though I have an
No.
onion and garlic allergy. That's right. I used to be able to get one frozen at Trader Joe's for less than $5.
And now you can't?
And now I cannot. There's
But you
garlic
didn't know
powder.
you bought it because you trusted.
Did you
Guess
read the
what?
ingredient or did you eat it?
Guess what, you guys? I had a bad feeling in my gut, and I read the ingredients, and I
Oh.
didn't purchase it.
Ugh.
So I didn't actually throw up.
I thought you were going to be like, you had to react.
I was actually fine. And they also changed the recipe of the organic 4-cheese pizza, so now I can have that one. So I just had that one instead, and it was
But
fine. But I'm
still-
mad because I can't have pepperoni.
When I tell you, I don't understand. I was going to tell you, I do understand though. Like,
Yeah.
I can't have pizza. And that,
Dairy for you.
well, I think it's
Or
a
all
tomato
of it.
paste. Because I had a regular, so if I ever have just so dairy I can have, I'll just feel sick. You just don't want to be there, like, around me.
Yeah.
If I have dairy. Sometimes I throw up, but whatever. But if
Sometimes
I
it's the
have
other
pizza,
thing.
it's like if I take even a bite, I had like a nibble of someone's pizza once. I was like, I just want to taste. Like, because I used to eat
Yeah.
pizza and just be sick all the time. I just didn't know. I was like, I'm just sick every day for no reason. I just throw up all the time, but I love pizza.
Oh my God.
But then I realized that whenever I ate pizza, my face would actually burn up so much, and I would throw up like
Oh.
3 times a day just because of
That's
it.
an allergic reaction.
So then I had barbecue pizza, and barbecue pizza still has dairy on it, and I was fine. I had a little stomachache because of the dairy, but I didn't barf. I didn't anything, and so I was like, I think it's a tomato paste. But either way, it's not about me. All I'm saying is that
No, it
all I'm saying is that I
Wait.
understand.
Can you
Wait.
eat tomatoes?
I honestly don't think so. Like, if I have a burger with tomatoes, I'll literally be like, why is my face burning up a little bit?
You're
I
allergic
think-
to tomatoes.
I think I'm allergic to tomatoes. I think I'm a little bit allergic to tomatoes, but like hard allergic to tomato paste. Because I've had like
Oh.
tacos and have a little bit of like
Yeah.
tomato
Dice.
pieces, and I'm like, I have to have it. I have to. I will carry an
Interesting.
EpiPen with me if I need it.
Yeah.
But either way,
I wonder if it's a nightshades thing. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah,
What is that?
yeah.
A nightshade is like a kind of vegetable, and a tomato is like the most famous example, but also eggplants and some peppers. And some people are really sensitive to nightshades, and they can have
maybe that's what it is.
all sorts of different.
Look into a nightshade.
I'm gonna,
now.
and I
Google-
almost thought about
say
getting
ask
tested
AI.
for it
You should.
Nightshade? Yeah.
because I want pizza so bad, and it's like cheap, and you can get a whole pizza. I would down 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
Well, and
You
then
know-
if you do this, then you can know that you have the barbecue and a white pizza.
A white pizza is what I was gonna say.
But
It's the
then it's like
best.
I have to be like, I get a white pizza, it's full of a bunch of cheese, and I
you
still
got you have
technically
to have
can't.
a vegan barbecue pizza.
That sounds so horrible.
Yeah, it does.
I'm
Sounds
not
bad.
gonna lie.
It sounds
You
gross.
just need
sounds
to like
not
pop
pizza.
a couple lactades and eat.
And
a
I
white
think if
pizza.
I
Lay
use
down.
lactades, I could have the other pizza. I just I'm gonna figure out the regular pizza thing.
We're
But
gonna
anyways,
figure out. We're gonna figure out.
let's get
the
away from my
tomato.
pizza allergy. That was not needed. But
It's
You gotta
important.
stop worrying about interrupting. We love
Yeah.
interrupting. We love.
I do feel
Perfect.
like this is an age thing. The apologizer.
I don't know.
Don't apologize.
Okay, perfect.
Someone recently told me about the phrase constructive interrupting.
Oh.
I think is what it's called.
Whoa.
Where you like, you know those friends who you chat with and you're like, chat, you're talking back and forth, and then you're like, oh, we have pins and like 4 things that we need to come back to.
like
We've just
tabs
been-
and just
Yeah.
open.
Exactly. And it's like the idea of like the person that you're talking to is like interrupting you, but they're not like interrupting you to change the subject or necessarily talk about themselves. They'll be like,
It's like an
oh
add-on.
yes, and that like it's not like that reminds me of this thing that actually takes the story away from you. It's like, oh right, and that's like this thing.
Yeah,
and blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
I don't know if that
Makes sense.
Sure,
It's like an add-on to it, not like taken away from it.
Yeah.
And I do think that that's how I communicate.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sometimes to a fault.
I
But
think
mo-
part of
most
it's
the time
ADHD too, and just being like,
Oh,
I can't stay
you
on
have
track
that?
with. Yeah, but I'm not gonna take pills for it.
Why not?
Because
should.
I'm.
We're a pro pill account.
You
We're
know,
a pro
like,
pill account.
I started with anxiety and depression medication, and then was like, maybe I shouldn't do all 3 at once. Let's start with one.
Why not?
not?
Just
Because I
be
had a
well.
friend. Well, just be well. That's true. I could be. I just heard like a few stories of people who go on ADHD medication, and it kind of changes their personality. And my personality is like the one thing where I'm like, not that I love my personality, I just love how social I am and how easy it is for me to talk to people. And I have a friend who took it, and they just became the most like, their personality was just gone. It almost was just like you could tell they were just like on some pills, like they were like. And I don't know if there's just
scary.
one type. Obviously, everyone handles things differently. But I've seen a few, and then the doctor was like, it can change. Like, my other friend took ADHD medication, and she just became so angry. Like, she would yell at everyone. Like, she, like, kind of ruined all of her friendship. And then she came back, and she's like, I'm so sorry, guys. Like, my medication I realized now, it made me go crazy a
Well,
little
that
bit.
could happen, but then you'll just bounce back from it.
Exactly. So, but I
Because-
guess
Here's the thing. There are multiple kinds of ADHD meds.
That's true.
They all act differently and they all treat you differently. And
That's true.
I'm only speaking as someone who has friends who have taken multiple pills over the course of their life, like for various reasons, and had various results and have been like, in and out of good places of mental health. But like, my best friend is on like 3 different medications for all her mental stuff, including ADHD meds, and it's
and
like
she's all perfect.
it's the only reason she's functional, and she's so perfect.
Okay, perfect.
She's
I honestly
amazing.
feel like I could
She's
keep my
awesome.
personality and
She's
keep
a
my.
superhero.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
your
perfect.
personality is so vibrant. I can't imagine a pill.
And the things that you described about your personality don't scream ADHD to me. I feel
No,
like
yeah.
if you feel, I mean, I don't know what
Maybe you're
you
right. Maybe it's not-
experience with your
yeah.
ADHD, but if it's some getting in the way of your executive functioning or something,
That's
then
true.
Yeah.
That's or like I can't do school because of it, or if
Yeah.
I can't do,
Yeah.
that makes sense. If it's not
If you're
really like
having trouble,
affecting
like,
you hardly, like,
Yeah.
sorry, in a hard or bad way. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need a pill unless it's ruining your life.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can, but I think pills sometimes can make your life better.
I agree. I do
Which I
think
agree.
I am definitely on pills that help.
I'm on
100%.
Lexapro and I love it.
I'm on sertraline.
Pro pill account.
Pro pill account. We didn't even let you scream.
Wait, what's
We
your
didn't
scream?
let you scream, cry, or throw up.
Okay, I'm
Do
gonna
a
say
scream.
I'll do like a really fast one. Okay. Okay. Basically, my crying one was that I actually crashed on my scooter, and I think I told you were there.
Was it when you?
Yeah,
Oh, this
she
is
was there working. I
horrible.
came in, bloody knees, bloody arms, crying. I had to be taken into the back by the meds.
You came in like 5 minutes late to work, just like face.
Yeah,
falling,
so basically part of the scooter
bleeding.
you can like unclip and like fold over to bring somewhere, and I was riding at full speed and it decided to unclip itself at that time. Flew in the air, literally skidded on the ground like like a rock on water, and then it looked like a crime scene. Someone ran over, my scooter's bent over, I'm face on the ground, my purse and everything, and it's all over the ground. I was like, back away, this is so embarrassing. I was like, get out of here. They're like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm running late to work, I gotta go. And then like I told my mom about it, and she was like, well, were you late? And I was like, are you okay? That's a good question. And she was like, then she told me, she was like, you should plan better in advance. So that
So that just in case you have a horrific accident, then you're not late to work.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that was my crying, and then I
Also,
guess
you were late. No one cared, and then like the nurse
oh yeah, and
spent,
I
like,
couldn't
15
even
minutes.
call my work because my phone was stolen,
Oh,
and
yep.
and I only had the Apple Watch, but it doesn't work without Wi-Fi, and so I literally had no way to like.
You just had to drag the scooter the rest of the way.
I pushed it
Bloody
45
Wearing
minutes.
a helmet?
No, but I will now.
Yeah, you have
But
to.
either way,
I'm
that was my
scared.
crying moment. I'll tell announcement later, but that was my crying moment.
What's the announcement now?
Okay, basically, so I don't know if you've ever heard of Metropolitan Fashion Week, but basically,
Yeah.
they asked me to audition for them. So I went in last weekend on Saturday, and they had me do like walk with them with a few other models, and they were like, and it's like for either their print, their swimwear, their whatever, and you don't find out about it. They were like, you could find out a week from now, 2 months from now, 2 days before. But either way, I was like super excited about it, and then today, literally on the way here, so I see someone put something on Threads. A lot of people go on Instagram Threads for like modeling jobs.
Oh.
And so someone a few weeks ago was like, I'm
cool.
looking for something for my fashion show. I looked at their account. Their last thing that they had was with Rihanna and like Cardi B. Like they're a professional photographer, like 100,000 followers, whatever. I reached out to them. They were like, we'd love to have you. They said something today about, oh, we're looking for models for a Nike and Skims collab. I was like, wait, this is the same guy. Maybe he'd answer my DMs for this. Like, you know what I mean? So then I reached out to him. I literally showed him an athletic picture on my phone.
The one you showed me yesterday?
Yeah, so I said, here's a picture of me, an athletic picture, and then I said, and then here is a picture of me most recent. So I showed them, this is an athletic picture of me, but my
Hell
hair
yeah.
was different. And then I showed them just a recent picture of me. They responded to my DMs about the skin. I said, hi, I'd like to, do the thing for the Nike and Skims. And they were like, where are you from? So I was confused. I was like, based, born, like, so I told them everything.
Yeah.
I was like,
Born in Ethiopia,
Yeah.
moved here when I was born in Wisconsin. I moved here in January.
and then he said, perfect. And then I was like, what do I say next? So I just like hearted it and was like, let me know if there's anything else you need from me. And then I entered your door.
And then?
And that's it. That's the last thing that happened. And so now I'm like, I might do this, and this would be like my first like big like a lot of people who have a bunch of followers don't respond. Like they're like, I'm only gonna respond to people that I'm gonna hire. But he literally was like, asked me where I'm from and said like perfect, and like so now I'm just waiting, and I'm like, I might do something where it's like a Nike and Skims collab. And that would be like the craziest first project like ever.
That would be so
That
awesome.
would be so I'll keep you updated on that
Yes.
too.
Oh,
and maybe the next time I see you, I'll be
please.
like, guys, I literally just did it, or I'll be like, here's my post of it.
Oh,
But-
We'll be like, here
I
are the
can't
pictures.
wait.
But that happened as I was walking into your door, basically.
Amazing.
That's so exciting.
So-
And it's a full moon tonight. So you'll probably get it.
I'm so excited.
Today is 8/8. It's a portal or something.
But ask
my
me your
gosh.
questions. But that was my screaming.
That is
That's
so
good.
amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Me
Okay.
too.
We definitely need to have you back because
Yes.
we have to hear the update about that. We have to hear about what's going on with your love life.
Oh
et
yeah,
cetera.
Ethiopia, everything. I need to figure out my life basically, and then tell you about it.
Yeah. Well, you did
Okay.
a great job today.
Thank
we're
you.
You
Gonna,
did a great job.
We're gonna end by running a cute little game that we're gonna run with all of our guests.
So this will be the first time we're playing this game. It is a rapid fire game called Knock or Block.
Okay.
Okay.
knock or block.
Got it. Knock
So
or block.
knocking is good. So
Okay.
you're like the kind of the motion of knocking on the door is sign language for yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I
So
took sign language. Yep.
there you go. So
Great.
yeah. So knock or block.
Or block.
And I'm gonna
okay.
give you something, and it's just your opinion.
Okay,
Knock or
got
block.
it.
Ready?
Oh, I love this game.
Okay. Ready? And baby bangs. You
Oh,
can
and
say
you can
knock.
say it
Oh. Knock.
Thank you.
Natural disasters.
Block.
Love Island.
Knock.
Scary movies.
Knock.
Valentine's Day.
Knock.
Okay.
Face tattoos.
Block.
Neck tattoos.
Block.
Okay.
Colored eyeliner.
Ooh, knock.
6-lane freeways.
Block.
Cuddling.
Knock.
One-way streets.
Knock.
Yeah.
Public transportation.
Block.
Tuna
Oh.
fish.
Block.
Cold pizza.
Block.
Dogs.
Knock.
Star Wars.
Knock.
Avocados.
Knock.
Radiators.
Block.
Organized crime.
Block.
Pisces men.
Block.
Aries women.
Knock.
Scorpio women.
Knock.
Yay!
That was so fun. That was so fun.
Knock
Did
or
you ever
block?
tell her about the Love Island thing?
I did.
She did kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, I just had to think.
Well,
just had
we
heard
want to
that.
get you on Love Island now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to.
Also,
You're
did
perfect.
I tell you we're gonna once Sena gets new pictures, we're gonna She's gonna apply to Sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in with my model. So I'm getting
For
updated
season 2 of
pictures for
Vanderpump
everything.
Rules. Or season
And then I
13.
want to go walk in there and be like, I know how to serve. I've served already. So I'll be like, here's my
And
serving.
hosted.
Yeah, and hosted. So I'll be like, here's my resume, and then here's my modeling and acting resume. And if I do it, when I'm like, oh, I'm literally collabing with Nike and Skims, and I have that on my, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
it's perfect.
seamless.
I just went to surf for the first time this week.
Was it good?
Oh my
I might go there to eat
I was-
first, and then. Or
No, you shouldn't. The food's bad.
I
Oh.
didn't eat the food and I didn't need to. I just got like a pumptini.
yeah,
And
the drinks are fun.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
I had a really, really long day on set. It was like 12 hours in the hot sun
Ooh.
wearing a sweater for like a fall, campaign thing. And I was like so tired, and I met up with my boyfriend, and then I met up with him for this like shorts fest thing. And then he was
Ooh.
like, I thought we'd get a drink at Sir.
Oh.
And I went, I was like
yes.
immediately in a good mood.
Because you had not been, and you've lived here for about
almost
a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
my anniversary is September 3rd for being in LA.
And we're diehard Vanderpump Rules fans.
And we're diehard Vandy Pump
Vandy
fans.
So I'm gonna watch it, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna bring my stuff there and see
Yeah.
if I happen to be. That would be crazy.
Oh my god.
If I was
So
like-
you haven't watched any of it?
No.
Girl. I just got my boyfriend into it. We finished the first season. He has yet to watch
How many seasons are there?
11.
11.
Okay,
No, but once
so-
you start, once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
you're right.
Yeah.
I got him on season 1. He couldn't stop watching it. We like came home from Sir to finish the season finale.
Stop!
Yeah.
You
And
went
then-
there and then went
and then-
watched the
Of
show.
course.
I had to watch the show, and then the Peacock, it said like reunion, and he was like, "There's a reunion episode."
Stop.
And
Now
then he was
he's
like,
into
"We're
it.
watching
Yeah.
it, right?" And I was like, "No, I have to go to bed."
You got it obsessed.
Yeah,
He
it's
sounds
not-
like Joe when it comes to reality.
Yeah,
TV,
you
which
can't
is-
stop, but you
Stop.
have to start it.
You have to
No,
start.
I'm gonna start it and then I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be on it. And all my
Talk
roommates.
about obsessive. You're
No.
gonna not be able to stop.
I'm not gonna be able to stop. And all my roommates are gonna try to get me on Love Island too. And actually,
Yep.
the guy
Mhm.
Chris, who I was talking to, I talked to his manager actually. Like not like talk to as in like me and him at, but it was
Yeah.
like one-on-one conversation at this party that we were at, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm his manager. You know, he's telling me
Oh,
what
yeah.
he does." So I'm like, if I reached out to him, I could literally be like, "Hey, like, how did it work with Love Island? Like,
Yeah.
could you get me on the show somehow? Could you like, you know
Or
what I
just,
mean?
like-
Like they do a lot of reunions with the people, or like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this could work out.
You
Yeah,
can at
you
least get
definitely
on
have to-
Beyond the Villa.
I
season
think
2.
you should contact Bachelor Clues, who is the
Yeah.
host of
Ooh.
Game of Roses podcast, and he coaches players to go into reality TV shows.
I need coaching on twerking. I need coaching on
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I know
Yeah.
heels and all that, but like,
But he'll like
Like,
coach you
this
on like how to
gameplay.
how to be on a show.
mhm. Oh, for sure.
And he'll definitely be like, yes, and go take twerking classes,
yes,
etc.
and go do this. Yeah.
But he can help you with your application too.
oh,
Yeah.
because that's the
So-
way to actually
Yeah.
get seen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you should, and he like responds to DMs. He works pro bono.
Oh.
So
does?
yes, he
Oh
doesn't
my
charge for his coaching
You should
services.
DM him
It's like for the love
immediately.
of the game.
It's
Okay, then I'm gonna do.
incredible.
I was like gonna ask what the price was, but
It's
now
free.
I have to.
Okay,
so
yeah,
no
you have
choice.
to, yeah.
So Bachelor Clues on Instagram, DM him. He'll look at your Instagram and just like say what you want to do, and we'll get
He'll
you
help
on.
you like do your like
your application and stuff.
and figure out
Okay,
like what
I'm
your
so
social media
excited.
needs to look like.
I'm
and-
so excited.
Yeah,
okay.
like he'll help you curate your Instagram and
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so. There's so much going on, and I'm so excited for
Yeah.
everything. This month is so perfect.
it's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's Leo season, and
It's
maybe
Leo
it's your
season.
season.
Yay! So
Yay!
now when people ask me, I'm gonna be like, I'm a Leo. I think.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
I can say I'm everything.
You could. Oop. And actually, why don't you tell people where they can find you, follow you?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, on let's say Instagram, Sena_Knutson, SENA. That's how you say my name.
Cool. And your
And-
last name is spelled
KNUTSON.
Easy.
Sena
Easy.
Knutson.
Sena Knutson.
Fabulous. Anywhere
can-
else they could follow you?
Now let's just start there.
Great.
Like-
I feel like my TikTok account's like for me. Like if that makes
Okay,
sense. It's
yeah.
like a little fun. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
Makes
almost like I
sense.
want to make it private to
You
the
sh-
like people
Yeah.
who like
Yeah.
agencies can't see and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you're gonna want to make it public when Bachelor
you're on.
Clues gets you on.
That's true.
reality
And
TV.
honestly, I've kind of people have been telling me like, Sonny, you should just start posting on TikTok,
Yeah,
like
you should.
their life.
Yeah.
Like being like,
Oh,
oh, I just
yeah.
auditioned for this, so I'm doing a Nike and Skims
Yeah.
collab. Get ready with me for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh,
100%.
hey, I'm working at Sir today.
Yes.
Reality TV. I think I'm gonna do
100%.
actually. Sena_Knutson TikTok account. Same.
Yes.
Honestly, Google me, and you'll find
Google her.
all my things on there.
Hell
Google
yeah.
her, bitch.
Google
Google
her.
me, bitch. No, seriously, if you Google me, you can actually see like things about me. People used to Google me in like high school, and it was so embarrassing. It was like a video of me singing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star."
I cannot wait to go home
I
and
can't
Google.
wait to Google. And after you're done Googling, you can Google Super Sister Signs
Super
and
Sister Signs.
listen to us anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Patreon, iHeartRadio. The list goes on and on. You can DM us if you have a question or something you need
Please.
advice on, like a situation, a concept. It can be short, it can be long.
What do you need help with?
DM us on Instagram. You can DM us on TikTok, or you can email us at supersistersigns@gmail.com.
That's it.
That's all.
Thank you, Sena, for being here.
Thank
Of course,
you.
We
thank
can't wait
so
to have
much
you
for having-
back.
Yes, I'm
I
so excited to
cannot
be
wait.
back.
Yay.
And thank you for listening.
Bye,
Bye, Star Babies.